This is sourdough starter. It is basically fermented dough filled with wild yeast and a bacteria called lactobacilli. It is used in bread making and the main function is to allow bread to rise. It also has a very unique flavor and to most people it is very delicious. For today's experiment, we're going to be combining sourdough starter with steaks.
What you done now, Guga?
I just hope it's not another crazy experiment.
Hopefully, by the end of this video, I will not lose my uncle title. So here we go. Here we have our experimental steak. It is a beautiful New York strip, 1.5 inches thick, and it should be perfect for today's experiment. Now to run this is quite simple. Since I have a good amount of sourdough starter, all there is to do is to slather the whole thing on top of it. Now I have no idea how much is enough, but we gotta remember one thing. Sourdough is alive. I'm wondering if it's gonna start eating the steaks, and I have no idea what's about to happen, because once the steak was fully covered with it, I transferred it to a plastic bag, vacuum sealed it, and it was now time to wait for weeks. Once the time was up, I took it out and take a look. The yeast produced an extreme amount of gases. This was expected, but not that much. So I immediately went ahead and opened up the bag. And when I did, things just got worse. I mean, take a closer look. This does not look appetizing whatsoever. And even worse, it does not smell very good. Right at this time, I was rethinking this experiment. I really wanted to see what the steak looks like underneath. So I went ahead and started removing the whole thing. As I was doing so, the fat was so soft and tender. This was not looking very good. But once I was done with the cleaning, this is what it looks like. It is the world's first sourdough starter aged steak. As you can see, it looks gnarly. The most noticeable thing for me was the fat. It literally became mush. I have a feeling Uncle Roger and Josh will not enjoy this. For comparison, I went ahead and got another steak. We got a nice, beautiful controlled New York strip and a terrible looking sourdough starter aged steak. Now, one of the interesting things for me was how it felt. As expected, a controlled steak feels nice and firm. This one, on the other hand, things are just not right. As you can clearly see, sourdough started eating the steak, and it feels nice and tender. I just really hope that it tastes a lot better than it looks, because the next thing to do is to go ahead and get it seasoned. I first went with a good amount of salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. Now, just in case things are about to go south with Josh and Uncle Roger, I decided to go ahead and make an awesome side dish. And hopefully this one will keep me from losing my uncle title. And to make it, it is ridiculous easy to do, and here's how. The first ingredient was to choose a bread. I chose this sourdough to keep the thing the same, but for this recipe you can use any bread you like. Now that it's sliced nice and thin, I went ahead and fried the bread up with olive oil, making sure to get a nice color on it. Then I spreaded a good amount of cream cheese and I roasted some garlic with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. After about 45 minutes in the oven, I was left with delicious roasted garlic. Now to assemble, I'm going to be using tomato, mozzarella, and prosciutto. First the mozzarella, followed by tomatoes, beautiful roasted garlic. I torched it a little bit so we can get a nice smoky flavor. Then I added the prosciutto, followed by chives, 1 bay leaf for each, a good amount of olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and salt. Now this is today's side dish, and I have a feeling that it's gonna be real good. I can't say the same thing about today's experiment, as the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook them. First, I'll be putting a nice wonderful sear. Once that's done, I'll be cooking them in indirect heat until I reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. And for that, I'll be using my F.Y.I wireless thermometers. So now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to grill this beautiful steak, so let's do it.
All right, everybody, here I got our beautiful steak, my good friend Uncle Roger, and my brother Joshua Wiseman. Welcome, gentlemen.
See that?
Yo, that was pretty good. So here's the deal. I got a little experiment going on with you guys. I just want your honest opinion. By the way, this one is dedicated to you, Josh.
See you in the back room later.
No, oh, wow.
The whole trip they like this.
Enough talking, let's begin. You guys ready?
Yeah?
All right, let's go. We're gonna start this way, please. Wait, you're supposed to cheer first, bro.
Yeah? Hold your horses.
I'm hungry, man.
Oh, why you have knife? Why our knife?
He wants to see us put his whole meat in our mouths.
SOURDOUGh.
Oh boy, no, it's just budget is running low, everybody. I don't even have a real knife. We
That
gotta.
butter knife for steak. Hi.
All right, enough talking. Let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Charcoal grill, very good. Juicy, tender, everything. Perfect guga steak.
It's good, it's nice, I like it. Salt, pepper, garlic powder. It's a clean, proper steak.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoy that. I cannot wait to find out what you guys are gonna think about the second one. But first, we got a nice little side dish here to cleanse our palates, everybody.
Is this like burrata bruschetta?
Combination of a little bit of both. Oh, Uncle Roger, going for it. Go for it. Give me your honest opinion on this one, Josh. That's it.
It's like an upgraded caprese on toast.
Tomato, good quality. Sweet, refreshing, good summer food.
It's got a good texture contrast because you have the crunch on the bottom, you get a little chew from the prosciutto and it's salty, you get a little bit of fattiness from the olive oil, and then of course that nice mozzarella. It's a little moist, you know?
Moist.
It's moisturized. The mozzarella tomato gives you the moisture you need to
Masticate.
Masticate just mean chewing. Hi, just
Exactly.
say chewing.
Let me say chewing, Josh.
It's more fun to say that I'm group masticating right now.
Published one cookbook once and now using big word.
Side dish good?
Good.
Enjoy the
Very
side
nice.
dish?
Yep.
Very
Big
nice.
fan.
Okay, now the second steak. Let's dig in.
Do you ever have your guests get food poisoning from your experiment?
Never, but there can always be a first time.
Or your worker back there themselves?
All right, let's give it a go together. Ready? Cheers, everybody.
Oh. Oh, that's busted.
Yo! I guess we're using that word, everybody. It's buzzing.
What does it mean?
It tastes quite different, extremely different. What do you think?
Maybe a little bit more sourness.
Sourness.
Like you have some vinegar on it.
Definitely get that hint of sourness, which is kind of like funkiness.
I was gonna say funky, but not like you would with a typical dry aged steak. You know what they used to describe certain cured meats? Piquant.
Another fancy word.
Just speak English, Uncle Joshua.
It's not like quite sour, but there's like that appetizing zing to it. But it's accompanied by like that sourdoughy kind of funky fermented flavor. It's nice.
Sourdough. Mmm.
It tastes like expired steak. Piquant this, piquant that. Expired is what it is.
There you go. You're pretty right on the money right there, both of you. So by the way, this one was a controlled steak. And this one here, I let it basically dry age, ferment, call it whatever you guys want, on sourdough starter.
What?
Yes,
Sourdough?
starter.
So it's basically toast.
Yeah, kind of.
Smell like a fart when you opened it?
It smells like if you dropped milk on your car and left it there for a month. But I will say this though, it tastes good, doesn't
It
it?
actually does taste really good. I do like the diversity of flavor in that one more.
So which one is your favorite?
Sourdough.
Uncle
You know
Roger
what?
prefers the control steak.
This one is quite delicious, but I'll pick the sourdough.
Use sourdough for bread, not for steak.
Make sure you guys go check out Uncle Roger. The link will be in the description down below, and so will be my good friend Josh. Also, congratulations, Josh, on the new book.
Thank you.
Do you use the word piquant in it? Uncle Roger think if you get this cookbook, you should buy dictionary also. Because full of big word in there.
Go get the book, everybody. It will be on the link in the description down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.